Jaden, my anti-elemental hero strategy is complete. I shall defeat you. No, I don't think you did. And I believe the last time you were successful, I was probably just auto-dueling, so I didn't use my skill, which is the reason I lost. But that is beside the point. If I was actually dueling, I wouldn't have lost that. But in all fairness, I don't get anything for winning this. I get absolutely nothing, except the satisfaction that I won again. Oh my god. Okay, so I have to see my hand. I think it's funny that Duel Links made a mistake and they had to update the schedule, because I think it's just funny. It's probably the only time, and probably the last actually, that I'll probably feel like they ever cared about anything I said. This is just a coincidence too, by the way. They made a mistake with the schedule. It has nothing to do with me. But I was a bitch about it. I was going to leave it there, but I mean, since they did update the schedule, I will make a comment about it again. And just because they did that, and because I can. Also, Bastion is fucked. I do not need to use any skills anymore. I've used enough skills. I can now destroy him. Watch. He has now been destroyed. He's been destroyed. He's been wrecked. Okay, now there's an event in game where I can do as much damage as possible with 11 cards in my hand. I want to do as much damage as possible, though I have no idea how that's going to work. Because my strategy is, well, if I use a different deck, that's definitely a strategy, but do I know what I'm doing? Okay, we're going to find out. Wait, before I do that, I'm going to look at the schedule. I just think this is very hilarious. Okay, so whoever updated this said that they are adding information to the updates because they left them out. I do not know who I is referring to here, but I mean, apparently they forgot that they are not a character in this game. Anyway, event exclusive legendaries coming to the gate, Akira, and they forgot to include Vector's rerun, which I think is hilarious because I bitched that they didn't have it on the schedule. Oh my god. You may be wondering why I even bothered to bitch about it. Yeah, good question considering how I acted during this entire event. But it's the rerun that I was thinking about because I care about it. I cared about the first run too, but I didn't really feel like I acted that way. I mean, really, of all the events, I just didn't have a title for anything in there. I'm just like, screw the titles. No. You may be like, what the hell are you doing? Good question. Okay, so I can duel with selected decks. I don't particularly want to use Kaiba with that skin. Not because I hate him in that outfit, but because Duel Links, well, it made it blatantly obvious that's a skin. And when you're using a skin, you don't want that to be blatantly obvious. You want to know what you're doing. I prefer Yamayugi's skin. But, actually... I'm gonna try with my deck first. Although I can duel with a selected deck, which is... I haven't practiced with those nearly as much. You might think that I would do more damage with Yamayugi or Kaiba's decks. I might do better with those decks, you're right, maybe, but I also haven't done much of anything with those. Besides build them, I haven't practiced with them. I've barely practiced with this deck, but I mean, it's supposed to do damage. And now, are you going to end the duel after 400 or after 400 points or what? I'm not really sure. Okay, so I drew 11 cards and I can do a lot with this. And now, as you guys may remember, sports aren't really my thing, so I'm not the biggest fan of Yuka's event, but I did do it. Actually, I enjoyed her event quite a bit, besides the fact that I'm just a bitch. Okay, I'm trying to thin out my deck, but honestly, I don't think I can do as much damage as I wanted to in this duel. Unfortunately, I only drew one card that gives me that much power. I would need more than this, honestly. Okay, hold on. Let me think carefully about what I'm doing, except I don't really think careful is something I'm good at being. Return to the hand, okay. I'm going to add this card on the field. Well, it's an interesting combo, yeah, I admit. Okay, I put this card on the field. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, if anyone even believes that. Yeah, this really isn't impressing anyone. I'm not even impressed. I mean, I think I can do a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that I'm good at doing damage. But I just... It cannot be destroyed by battle. Wow. Okay. I'm going to activate double summon for some reason. I mean, I do have it in the deck for a very good reason. Trust me, it's a good reason. I think a lot of people would agree. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? I think a lot of people would agree. Really? Okay, add a card from my... Okay. I will add this card to my hand. Okay, return this card to the hand. I'm trying to do a bunch of damage, you understand. But I think this thing is taken out if you do 4,000 damage. I just haven't done that much. There is a reason I haven't done that much, and I really feel like I would have done more if I had gotten lucky. Luckier, I suppose. Let's see. I'm trying to do better, but I'm not really sure I'm doing that. I'm not impressed so far with what I'm doing. But if it ends after 4,000 points of damage, that would certainly be interesting. I do think that I probably have the ability to at least do that. Though that does raise some questions. Like, how would I do this? Good question, good question. Okay, let me look at this. Okay, it cannot be destroyed by battle, and it's unaffected by other card effects. But you are able to be destroyed by battle, aren't you? I'm going to do this. Yes. Since I'm supposed to be doing a bunch of damage. Inflict. I inflict damage to you. This is fun. This is fun, guys. I love doing burn damage. I'm sure you guys really didn't know that information. I mean, I think you guys did. I don't think anyone is particularly surprised to hear this. I'm running out of material. I really don't think that I can do much damage after this. I just didn't draw the right cards. But I might still be able to do enough damage to destroy this thing. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that really is not what I would consider doing damage. But okay. I will attack this now. Okay, it's still there. I could do more damage if I had the right cards. I don't know how to use this strategy properly. Okay, my turn is over and my opponent has 0 life points. That's the best I can do. I could try again, probably, but let's see. It's 6,950 points of damage. That's not impressive. I mean, seriously, it's not. A B plus, are you for real? Alright, well, it's something, I guess. But I can do better with this deck, seriously. I've got the cards in there that says that. Okay, I can just go back in there and duel with this deck again. We can see if I'll beat my high score. And because who cares about Noah? We know I don't. I barely remember that arc, to be honest. Which is kind of depressing considering I've also been watching it. But I've only been watching some of it. I've ignored a lot of it. Encoding overload. Again? Well, I noticed my avatar wasn't moving. I don't know if the encoding error is going to do anything to this video. But, I mean, I don't know what the error is about necessarily. The last time I noticed the error, it didn't really affect the video much. But my computer was lagging during that video, so that might be in part why not much happened, because I was just busy waiting for my computer to stop lagging. Maybe I should have, you know, done some. Okay, sure. I needed the field spell in my hand. I should have added that to my hand before doing anything else. Okay, now my goal is to do more damage than I did in the last duel. Which a lot of people probably think I can do better with Yugi and Kaiba's decks. I will try those. I will try those. Because I am interested in how much damage I can do with those decks. But it's still been a while since I played either one. I would say it's still been a while, even though I did complete some of Yamiyuki's missions for his skin. I don't remember which ones, I just know I completed some of them. You may be wondering why I wouldn't remember which ones I did. Well, there are so many of them. I don't even remember which one necessarily I completed. But there are just so many of them and I don't remember how I completed it. It probably involved the Dark Magician. Okay, now is anyone impressed that I comboed that much? It's a chain of 6. That is a lot of damage. I mean, that's a long chain. I mean, for me specifically. I mean, I know other people do better, but still. I think it would get a longer chain if I would have a longer chain depending on the limit if I was dueling someone that actually had back row and could interact with my cards. Although I think there's a limit to the combo. I think chains have limits. I'm not sure what the limit is because I'm not sure I ever reached it. Alright, I add a card to my hand. I add this card to my hand. Okay, and I'm going to do this. Okay, that is definitely not what I want to do. But I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to do a number of things. I'm still trying to do better than last time, so hopefully I can at least do that. It looks like I'm on track here. Okay, I would like to activate this card from my hand. I'm going to return this card to my hand. I summon. I pretend I have skill. I don't, we know that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to link summon. Let's see. Should I link summon or should I do something else? Actually, maybe not. I'll link summon instead. Oh, wait, what? No, I was going to link summon. It's just I meant to. Okay, hold on. There we go. Look at what I've got. It's a very nice field so far. I think that I will do better than last time just by default though. Although I definitely could have done a lot better, if you ask me. Oh, is 6 the chain limit? It might be. Look at all the damage I'm doing. Is anyone impressed? To anyone that has done better, no. Some people have done better and they're like, what? Okay, well, I could be doing a lot worse, honestly. Okay, I think it's time to acknowledge that the duel is reaching its end. I cannot do better than this, honestly, except... well, you know, I could, it's just... It would definitely limit me to actually try to do better than this. I mean, seriously. I've got 3 copies of Darkroom of Nightmare in this deck, but I still need back rows. What? Like, I can't just have 3 of those on the field or I won't be able to do much else. That would suck. And now, since this is the limit, I'm going to go ahead and use my skill. And I'm going to gain some life points. Because that's fun. Gaining life points is fun, although I don't like when my opponent does that. Definitely relevant to Noah's event, to be honest. I wonder if Noah has gained any life points recently. Anyway, my turn is over. I'm going to try with Yamiyuki's deck and Kaiba's. But I'm going to... dude, 14,600 points of damage. That's definitely a lot better compared to last time. Okay, so where do I rank now? Still A rank. No, wait. I just get upgraded to A rank. Okay. Well, I will have to do better with other things then. Because that definitely wasn't that great, and I know I can do better. Anyway, I'm going to check and see how this video turned out, because there was an encoding error message. That being said, I didn't really check at what point in the video that was. So, I'm going to be right back. The real President Noah what? I'm not responding to you, Noah. I'm going to do that in a different video because what the fuck are you... No. Get your information from more accurate sources. Seriously. I can't believe he's insulting me like this. What? Yeah, he did insult me. I'll come back and I'll tell you guys why and how he managed to accomplish this.